So we are live. Let's see if it's gonna work here tonight. Ran into a problem there for a little bit where we ended up going to click the live that we scheduled and it wouldn't let me in for some odd reason. So we'll see. We will see here. Can you guys hear me? Whoever's in here? Oh, there's Pest Hunter. What's going on, man? Yeah. I figured I'd go live tonight, guys, just to talk about a few things here and, stuff like that. Not really, a major, talk, but just something basic tonight here, slowly starting to get ready for hunting season. We're actually pretty cool out right now. It's been cool for the last, give or take, few days now. Evening's been getting really fall weather kind of feeling. A lot of animals are moving, cameras are blowing up with photos. Everything's out moving. So we went from a few days of 90 degrees, and then we had a little cold front come in, and then it got hot again, and then now we're perfect weather. Waiting for Timmy to come. Yeah. I mean, guys, like I said, it's probably gonna be, should be a good season, I'll say that. Like, I don't plan on messing around much this year. I more plan on just going out, doing my thing. And like yesterday's video, I think that was a good video. Kind of going over a few things. I've been tuning the Air Venturi Avenger, messing around with it, getting it ready to go, and that gun's almost ready. So we got roughly 2 weeks out, so still got a little bit of time to mess around with it, but other than that, we're pretty ready to go. I'm getting the itch with this weather. Like I said, tonight was super chilly. Felt like fall, felt like October out there this evening. Bugs weren't bad. Ended up fishing for a little bit. And, man, it was beautiful. What's going on to the new people? What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, MVP? Remind me of that wrestler. The wrestler in WWE. What's going on, King Brick Barrel? How was your weekend? How's everybody's weekend going? Like, I know it's Sunday. Now it starts a whole new work week and stuff like that. But how was everybody's weekend? Anybody get out there and do some shooting? I mean, I did some, but we're still too hot. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were hot. Now it's starting to feel like fall up here, but it's fun. Like like I said this morning, I got up bright early, and my plan was I ended up using different scope mounts on Ava 2.0 as of last year, and I ended up taking off the adjustable rings. I didn't feel like, I really need the adjustable rings. I was having some issues with the gun, but come to find out that it's not the scope, it was the mounts. For a video I did over the summertime, long range, which never made it to YouTube, but from, I think it was last year or the year before, we ended up shooting pop cans out to 190 yards. And the only way I was able to accomplish that was tilt the back ring up. So the scope was canted down to the barrel. And I ended up leaving it. And then I ended up leveling it back. And then I adjusted it again for another video, long range video. And forgot to put it back down. So actually a lot of the Avenger videos, or that 180 yard video that never made it to YouTube, had the adjustable canted scope mount, where we ended up taking it back to just a regular scope mount. And then when I did that, I ended up sighting it in this morning, because it was right around, I don't know, 60 degrees, whatever. And right now it's beautiful out. Slight north wind right now, but it's pretty good. All right, King, appreciate it. Do I want a cookie? No, I'm good. Too busy running around. Yeah, we all. I mean, I was lucky enough to get out this morning early, and it wasn't like it was super hot today, but it was, that wind picked up, and it's still blowing pretty good right now. But like I said, I got Ava 2.0 dialed in. Now from here until the night before opener, we're gonna go ahead and do some tests and make sure everything's set right and stuff like that. So I do plan on doing a live the night before opener. Like I normally do on this channel. So it'll be actually 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. So it'll be 2 weeks on a Sunday. Opening day is on a Monday, so we'll go ahead and do a Sunday live the night before opener. So I do have plans to go and hunt. Got options out there where myself and my buddies can go to. So we got options. I see your chat. Say hi. Hi. I don't want a cookie. I'm good. I don't eat much cookies. What kind of moderator is it, King? Because I don't have the Donnie FL adapter, so I hope it's not a Donnie. Unless you have the adapter, that'll fit Avenger. But I don't have an adapter that, you know, the Donnie FL. You gotta have that thing that it's like, yeah. The Donnie FL that I actually do have on the Air Venturi Avenger, I could take it off and show you guys. Actually came from another YouTuber, or used to be. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's not a YouTuber, but I'm an admin on the Air Venturi and AGEX'S page on Facebook, and me and him talk a lot. And he ended up sending me 2 of his 3D printed moderators, and I ended up keeping the first one broke due to my end, not poorly designed. The first one broke, and I think he did, if I remember right, I think he did have the adapter that you thread in like the regular moderators, and then he had the open end where you thread the moderator onto it. That actually broke, and I dropped the gun, and it didn't make it. So the current one I do have now, I'm gonna go pull it off the gun and show you guys. So. What did Red Corn say? All right, Red Corn. I appreciate it. That was funny. You didn't have to do what you did today. I so I have to look at my phone. I saw a text from you, so I do appreciate you, man, and appreciate you, King, too. Everybody. You know, I don't like free handouts at all, but if you guys send me stuff, it's gonna be used in videos. I'll say that. Here, I'll go pull it off the Avenger, and I'll show you guys the moderator. I think my chat's delayed. It ain't delayed. So I ended up cleaning it, guys, because I was like, man, I'm a big fan of, you know, not having things dirty. You know, I'm a big fan of shooting, you know, big pew-pews, you know, stuff like that. And I want to, you know, have a clean barrel. So I ended up cleaning this the other day, and this is the one that JP, his name is Juan Pablo, on the Air Venturi Avenge X page, and ended up sending me this one. And it's not a bad design. It does work. You can see it's starting to kind of get a little dirty, but like I said, I cleaned it the other day. It does work. It's quiet. The thing I don't like about it, you know, not anything against his design. The thing I don't like about it is, one, it does stick out the muzzle a little bit, which is not a big deal. But when you're walking through the woods, it does affect when you're carrying your gun over your shoulder. Now, it's not like it's a big factor, but you know, it does. Every once in a while, I do notice it'll catch up on some branches or something like that. So I've been tendency to do that late season last year, walking through some thicker timber, to take the gun off my shoulder and actually carry it, you know, like an army person would carry it, you know, stuff like that. So at the end of the season, it wasn't a big deal, but you know, that would probably be the thing that I would say on his design here, on JP's design, would be to probably cut it down just a slight bit. Now, I don't know. I don't do 3D printed stuff. I don't know what goes into them, how to make them. I just watch YouTube videos on them, and it's like, man, that's crazy how much stuff you guys can make with it. So, I mean, I wouldn't say, you know, it's a downfall, but when you're walking through the woods, it possibility is. Now, if you're walking out in the open, you know, it's not a big deal. And it doesn't really weigh down the gun anymore. I'm a big believer in when I'm out hunting, like last season, there was multiple times when I'd shoot a squirrel out of a tree, and there's 2 or 3 of them in single tree, shoot one, you know, falls out, and it doesn't spook any of the others. And I was, you know, 50-50 chance of shooting the others, but like I said, they do work. But the thing is, just don't drop them like I did. Like that was on me. I was tired and stuff like that. Dang, King. That's not good. Alrighty. Alright, Red Corn. Thanks again for everything you do to me. Or everything you do for me. Do appreciate it. And I'll be texting you this week. Keeping you updated. But I do appreciate you stopping on in and talking. So, one thing I am gonna do this year, guys, and I wouldn't say I'm a big believer, but it's kind of something I do want to attempt this year, squirrel hunting. I used to, when I was younger, I used to have one of those night and hail squirrel buster kind of call where it had, you know, like the barking, then it had like the whatever, the chirping, whatever, and then it had like the baby squirrel in distress kind of sound. And you know, many years ago, me and a few of my buddies, long story short, I ended up bringing mine. And, you know, we used it, but we never really had much luck with it. And I was like, okay, well, that's a waste of money. There's no sense of even using it. So I ended up getting rid of it. And then, just most recent, like last season, started watching more squirrel hunting videos and stuff like that, people going out hunting and, you know, stuff. But I came across this guy out of Ohio, and his name is Hunt Fish Ohio. Really cool guy. Does a lot of squirrel hunting. I give that guy credit for using 2 cameras and having I believe it's like a Nikon camera, and then he turns the camera, faces at the squirrel, and then shoots it. He don't have side shot, which that's something I wish the guy would do, but you know, I'm not him. So, but he last season through October to November down in Ohio, he ended up creating or using his own squirrel call. Now, there is another brand out there that has a baby squirrel in distress or a squirrel in distress sound that people use in early season. And basically, I was looking into it, and there's one company, I think they're out of Georgia or Arkansas. And I was looking at them, I'm like, well, maybe I should order one just to see. And I was like, nah, I looked up the price, and then, you know, it's cool and everything. We'll start watching a lot of videos on that company and stuff like that. And it's basically like a little tiny brass mouthpiece, and you just, you know, like you're blowing up a balloon. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to spend the money. So anyways, I went to the Hunt and Fish Ohio guy and started watching him. And he ended up doing this in October and November. You take 2 quarters. Now, you might know this by now, but it's something I'm going to test out this year. And that is take 2 quarters. You take one in one hand, you take the other in the other hand, and basically you rattle them together like this. And it's supposed to simulate a squirrel cutting a nut or acorn walnut. So I think I'm gonna try it this year in a video and see if it works. I never thought about it until I watched that video late last year, and it was the week before our season closed, and I was like, nah, I don't feel like building a call, you know, it's kind of late. And then I discovered him, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I did hear about that too. Timmy taking a squeaky toy. But I just figured this would be more, I don't know how good the camera's gonna pick up. But that sounds like a squirrel cutting a nut. Like, I don't know. So we're gonna try it this year and see. It probably it's a 50-50 chance that it might work and might not. Now, it's probably gonna be an early season kind of call. Who knows? But worst case scenario, we can test it. And before Timmy says it, put peanut butter on you and do that. Yeah, no, good luck. I ain't doing that. I ain't putting peanut butter on me with that. I ain't putting no quarters or no peanut butter on me and taking those 2 little quarters out there hunting. Forget that. I'd rather just do the peanut butter hunt with no calls. No, it ain't me. It's my one buddy that backed down. It's on him now too. So I did talk to him yesterday on the phone, I said, hey, we got to do that peanut butter hunt this year. He goes, I don't know if I want to do it. I said, dude, you promised the subscribers. He goes, I don't know. I said, you got to fulfill your promise, what you did promise last year, but you failed to. So, and my one buddy that was in that live, that was off camera, he ended up buying. I couldn't believe he did it too. He ended up, after the live, he showed us. He ended up buying, I think it was, oh man, like 50 something jars of peanut butter. And I'm like, it was like, I don't know, 80 bucks, $100. And I'm like, I felt bad. And then my buddy backed out and I'm like, you dog, you. Like, our one buddy bought that, spent all the money on that, and then my other buddy backed out. I'm like, jeez. Yeah, Timmy, yeah, no, we're not smearing 50, well, that wouldn't be 50 per person. Yeah, no, we're not. One small jar will be enough. Right, that's what I did. But my one buddy's like, yeah, now I feel like going on Amazon and just buy them all. I'm like, this ain't gonna be good. So yeah, I feel bad now because he spent the money and we didn't use it, so it's probably no longer there. He probably ended up using it for sandwiches or something like that, but so I'll probably end up just having to buy, I don't know, dollar store peanut butter probably from here. Has anybody tested taking 2 quarters? I figured that's gotta work. That guy, roughly about 3 hours from me down in Ohio, is having luck with them. And I'm 3 hours north of him, maybe 4. What could be the difference? I mean, you got that right, Timmy. Like, I felt bad because he ended up buying them. And they got delivered the next day at his house. 50 jars of them. And I text him when I said, oh, did they come? He goes, yeah. He goes, my mother wondered why I got 50 jars of peanut butter. I'm like, what did you tell her? And he's like, it's for a video. All right, Jason, go get some more coffee. What's everybody drinking tonight? I know Jason's drinking coffee. What are you drinking, Timmy? All right, so Jason took off. I'll be back, guys. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now... No, I just had to go check something. I thought I left one of my pellet tins outside, but I guess I didn't. Walmart water. Because it's supposed to rain late tonight. But we'll see. Normally the weather guys are wrong, but Jason, did you get more coffee? Hopefully Colin will come in tonight. That'd be cool. Or Dwayne. I bet you. All right, guys, you want to take a bet? I bet you anyway Dwayne's probably backdooring right now. He's got to be backdooring. He's probably sitting there just waiting for me to say something special, and then boom, he comes in. He's like a fly from a mile away coming to your food, or I should put it in his way. I'm like a fawn waiting for a coyote to come, and he'll come in. Starting to cool off next week, yeah. This upcoming week here, starting tomorrow, the hottest it's gonna get, I think it's gonna be like 70, high 70s. So it's gonna be nice. I know Dwayne's watching. He's just backdooring it. $94 today, yeah, Jason, you can have it. I wouldn't even think about even hunting in that. I was not freaking out, but when we had that 1 week of a few days of 90-degree weather, and I'm like, yeah, no. I came outside for a little bit in the, do some shooting, and then me cutting lawns in that kind of weather, yeah, no, forget that. But I did, and I just had a lot of water, but I'm kind of ready for fall, guys. College football starts this upcoming weekend. High school football starts around my area. So yeah, I'm ready. Hunting, squirrels, small games opening up in 2 weeks. Then you got early deer season coming in September 12th and the 13th. So I'm ready. Yeah, you can have that, Jason. I'm just not ready for snow on the ground because people in Michigan don't know how to drive. So yeah, I'm not ready for snow. I like fall just because, it's pumpkin season, apples, donuts, cider mills, and then you shoot pumpkins after Halloween, and it's fun. Or you do like a lot of people do, a lot of YouTubers, they go out and buy pumpkins dirt cheap, and then they go put them on their backstop. They start blasting them away, making smiley faces out of them, which I think I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I'm gonna use an air gun or use one of my other pew-pews, but I think I'm gonna attempt it. I did end up doing it last year, shooting a pumpkin, trying to make a smiley face out of it, but yeah, no, that failed. That was not good. And it's on my channel, so if you guys go back, last year, I think it was it was like November. First week in November when I shot some pumpkins, or a pumpkin, and yeah, no, I don't know. I tried to make a smiley face out of it, and it didn't work. So this year, I think I'm gonna try another pew pew. Boom boom inside the pumpkin. Yeah, it's fun. I'm just not a big, okay, how many of you are a big fan of like pumpkin seeds? Like, I don't know. I like sunflower seeds better than pumpkin seeds. Like, what do you guys choose? You choose pumpkin seeds over sunflower or sunflowers over pumpkin? I like sunflower better. Sunflower. Yeah, I mean, well, I did have a bag of Biggs Taco Supreme. Oh man, those were good. I probably ate the rest of them last night. Like, I'm a big fan of doing like the baseball players where they throw a whole wad in their mouth. Like in a lot of my videos, guys, I do have a wad in my mouth, and you guys just, I spit off camera, but I do have a wad in my cheek, and it's kind of funny because I get a lot of comments like, "Oh, you're spitting." Well, I'm spitting sunflower seeds, and a lot of people just don't like it, but whatever. See, I don't know about pumpkin seeds. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of them. Like, I just don't need a need for pumpkin seeds. Like, my mom does pumpkin seeds every, October, and it's like, I just can't, I can't deal with them. Like, I don't know. I had a few of them. Like, I gotta be in the mood for pumpkin seeds. Like, I can't just want them. Like, there's gotta be a need for me to want one. Like, sunflower seeds, I can eat them year round, Or like baseball players where they crack the shell on their teeth, and then they spit the shell out and they eat the seed inside. I could do that all day long. What the heck is pine seed? Never heard of that. Are you talking about like pine needles? You gotta be kidding me, Jason. Mustard seed? What? What are you guys, animals or something? You guys must be animals. Pine cone seeds. I should look that up right now and see what the heck they look like. Alright, I gotta look that up now. Now you guys are gonna bug me. Alright, Timmy. Jason, I don't see... are they called pine nuts? That just sounded bad, but... I'm like you, yeah, it's something I'd never heard of. Because I don't feel like going in the woods and just grabbing a pine cone and just start eating it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Jason, you're gonna have to do a video on that and show me, cause and label it AGEX'S Outdoors requested it, cause I'm like, I'm lost. The way you put it is, you make me think of just going out there and grabbing a pine cone and just start eating it. Like, no. To me, that just don't sound appetizing. Alright, I'm gonna look it up on my tablet, because if I do it on my phone here, it's gonna take me to... Alright, we're gonna... No, I don't want to look... Okay, here we go. That's crazy. Is it? Oh, alright. They are roasted and lightly salted. Okay. I don't know. That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Jason, do a video and tag me. Or do a video and say that I requested you to do it, because that'd be funny. I never thought... I don't know. Maybe... toppings on a salad? Ugh. I like salad, but I don't know. Maybe it must not be real common up here. Maybe I don't know. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, I think we're gonna end it here tonight. Just due to the fact that it's after 9 now, and we got get some other things done here tonight. We got a video coming up this week for you guys. I gotta edit it up before it gets too late here. So, anyways, y'all. Hope you guys take care. Be safe out there. You guys do get out this week. You know, good luck. Or whatever you're doing. Archery, shooting, pew-pews, fishing like I'm gonna probably end up doing later this week with this kind of weather. Also, get some last minute things ready for squirrel hunting. So, anyways, y'all, take care. We'll catch you guys on the next one.